Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 4 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the last video, we were able to add doors in even floors and our curtain wall, which we refer as a window. Now we're gonna continue working on this, and as you can see, we will add in some mullions. But before we add the mullions, we need to create the curtain grids first, where the mullions will be attached. So before we do that, one thing I want to do first is to add in more furniture. So here we could add in our seating here. So let's go to insert again, load family, and then here what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for furniture and then seating, and then let's look for our sofa. And one thing that I want to use is this sofa corbu. And then after you load CM and then spacebar to change orientation, and then press escape multiple times. And then as you can see, it's not good enough size for this one, so we're gonna edit this one. So edit type, duplicate, let's just call it sofa number 2, and then let's extend it. So let's make it wider. I'm thinking of probably around 2500, and then instead of the depth like that, I'm gonna put it at 600 and then press OK. And as you can see, it's good enough size for this one. So what I'm gonna do next is actually going to make it short. I want some spacing here because we're going to add in some TV station right here. So right now I'm gonna edit this one and then just change this width to around 2600, and I believe that's good enough size. We could move it a little bit on this side, and we could add in our entertainment system or TV station right here. So as you can see, we have our sofa right here. We also need our something right here as well. But before we do that, let's load in our coffee table. So load family, go back here, and then we have some tables, and then we have coffee table right here. Click open, CM, and then add it in the middle. This one has three kinds of preset. So they have this kind of preset already, but as you can see, it's too the depth is too wide. So what I'm gonna do is edit and then duplicate this. I'm just gonna call it coffee table, and then after that, with the width, I'm gonna put it at 800. And then in terms of length, I think I like this length. That's good enough for me. And then after that, we're going to add in a section. This section is in order for us to see this wall right here. So we're going to move it a little bit forward so that we don't see anything of the coffee table, and then you could just double click here. This one, if you select this section, it will give you the view range. So this is the range that you can adjust by dragging the arrow. For now, this is good enough. If we double click here, you'll be able to see the wall that you have right here. And then we're going to have it probably, I'm just looking at it, I want it from here to probably right here, so around 3850. So go back to section, and then here what we're gonna do is we're going to add in, so go back to architecture, component drop down, and then click on model in place. Here we're going to select generic model, press OK, and then OK again. And then here we're going to create an extrusion first. We need to pick a plane, which is this wall. And then here we're going to select rectangle. And we want to make sure that we have the wall or the height of this wall to be exactly 2800. The reason for 2800 is because of the floor that we're gonna add on the second level 2. So once we add the floor there, it will take out the 200 right here. So that's why we're having this height only. And then the length, right here we have the length, we want it to be, I think, 3850. And then so select, press escape, select this one, we want it 3850. And then I want the extrusion to be at least 5. This is only for the back wall of this. And then in terms of material, I'm going to set it up as one of the, we could use this one for now. Apply, OK, and then OK. So now it's kind of boring for now, but we're going to add on those. So here I'm just gonna double check the width that I want. This one 3850, so that's correct. So now we're gonna add in more detail. What I'm thinking of is adding some paneling, and then we could add another, the one that it will attach to. So here I'm gonna pick a plane, I'm gonna choose this plane, and then I'm going to attach this one right here. I want some shelvings right here on this side, so I'm just giving it some space. Here I want the extrusion to be at least around 50, and then I want this to be somewhat a stone finish. So I'm gonna add this one, cut rough, graphite, and then click on finish. If we want to see it better, you can just select this one and then choose this view section box. So as you can see, it will create a section under 3D, and you'll be able to view what we're trying to do. So we could extend this one and like that. So now we will see everything that we're creating right here. I'm probably going to pull it up a little bit because I want a shelving right here and a shelving right here. So let's create those shelvings. So go back to section, and then here I want to create, so this one I'm gonna edit in place again, extrusion, pick a plane, and then I'm gonna choose this plane. This one I want to create another one, but I want it to be a different material, so I'm gonna choose wood material. So I'm gonna use ash, apply OK, and then here probably around 200, so around maybe 400. I want to create a rectangle, going right here, and then I'm going to align it onto this wall. So, and then we're going to create pick line. I'm going to offset this to 25, and we want it from the inside. And then we're going to trim. We could actually use rectangle and then just create an offset from that, but for some reason I didn't do that. So we need to trim this out. And then now we're going to add some shelvings right here as well. For this part, I'm going to do this first. So shelvings, I'm going to select that and then create some shelvings right there. I'm going to select that, offset this to 25 again, so 1 inch, and then here CO, and then CO again, and then make sure to check multiple, and then grab it from the top corner right there so that we are consistent with this one. So here I just want to point out this is around 520, so around 500. And then SL to split element. So let's add those right there. And then TR, trim and extend all of those. And we just need to be patient regarding this because it's repetitive, and you just need to be patient regarding that. So, and then after that, click on finish, and then let's look at it at 3D. So with that sense, it looks really nice. We have something like this on this corner, and then we're going to have a shelvings right here. So same thing, create an extrusion, pick a plane, let's select right here, and then let's create this case first. I'm going to align it right here, AL, align it right here. I'm going to change the extrusion to at least 380, and then same ash. And then after that, I want to have, so actually I want to have an opening right here. So create an opening right here. So select this. I want it to be 25 to be consistent with all that we're doing. And then here 25. And then click finish. And then after that, create another one. This is extrusion. Pick a plane, select this, and then here we put 20. And then this will be some sort of something right here that we could do. And then here, and then we could change this to 25 to be consistent. And then here select this, and then move this temporary dimension to 25 right here. And then after that, click finish and look at it at 3D and see how it looks, and it's flush all the way right here. So that looks good. I'm happy with what we're doing here and what it looks like. we're just going to add a backing here because I don't want our backing to look the same similar right here and this similar right there. So I'm just going to create an extrusion again and then pick a plane, which is this wall, and then here just 5, not 50, just 5, and then it's just a backing right here. Click on finish, and I'm happy with what we have done there. We have a backing there now that is same material. So once we're in Twinmotion, once we add the material, it will look like that as well. So what I like to do is add some neon lights around, so LED lights, and then right here at the bottom, right here below there, and all the shelvings as well. So we're going to add something like that there, and then we could add in the TV right here, and then maybe something on this side so that it looks nice and different. So maybe some sort of design. So what I'm thinking of is going to level 1 and then create that design right here. So I'm gonna use an extrusion. It basically sets itself to work plane level 1, so on the ground level, so we don't need to change that. And then here I'm gonna use rectangle, and then maybe just put it like that, and then we could basically add some sort of this design there. Remove this, and then we could do is copy it from that corner multiple times. I know there's a faster way of doing this, but I just want to do it like this so that I am more aggressive. And then here what we're gonna do is probably delete this one, this part right there, and then we could just select all of this and then move it in the middle right there. So roughly in the middle, SL on this. So we're just going to create that separation so that when we trim it, it won't lose it. After that, TR, trim and extend. And then you just need to check everything. And let's see how it looks. And then we're going to extrude this all the way to 2800 because that's at the height of that. So click on finish and then look at it at 3D, and it will look like that. I'm thinking of putting it in the same one, same materials, or we're gonna change it, maybe a different wood material. I think it will look nice in a different material, so let's use Douglas fir just to change it up. So now click on finish. That's look nice. So the good thing about this is that an in-place model, you can basically change it quickly. So if you want this one to be lessened, you want it to be higher, you can instantly just grab all of this arrows, and then you'll be able to change instantly. So I'm just gonna undo that so that we don't change it. I'll probably just insert the TV. So let's insert the TV. Let's go to insert load family, and then just go back here, select the TV screen, click open, and then let's add it from this side, CM, and then obviously we have it right there. And then let's go to section in order for us to see how it looks. Obviously it's not good yet. We could make it bigger. We could edit this and then duplicate, put it TV, press OK, and then we could make it larger, remove this one. If we edit the TV, we could remove this one right here and then load it. Make sure not to save it because it will save on the location of the TV, the original. So just put it no, but you need to click on override existing version and parameters. Once you do that, you don't touch the original, but you only touch your copy. And then here, we're probably going to change. Actually, we should have just unchecked this one. I think it's the same thing. Haven't seen it yet, but it's probably the same thing. So you can just try and use uncheck this one. I think the graphics will remove the stand. Here the diagonal, the thickness, let's put it at 50. Let's see how it looks on 50. And then here the diagonal distance, we have 1270 right now. Let's see if it goes to 2500. For the 2500, I know it's too big for the space, so let's edit this one again to 2300. I think that's good enough size, and we'll be able to just see it from here. So that looks really good. And then we could just lower it a little bit more so that the separation of this one to that one. So what I'm gonna do now is just click on save, and then let's finish it up on the next video. So thank you for watching and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.